Into your presence you draw us. Now by your grace we come. Now by your grace we come.
So there was a documentary made a few years ago called God is Bigger Than Elvis. And it's the true story of a nun in the 1960s who was a Hollywood starlet, and she chose the church to become a nun rather than continue her film career. Now, Sister Rosemarie was not a starlet in Hollywood that I know of. She was born in Camden, New Jersey, but in the 1960s she made a decision to serve God, to choose Christ, because God was bigger than Elvis. And she has served him faithfully for 50 years. She has served him as a vowed religious. That means she has made a radical commitment to follow Christ with vows of poverty, chastity and obedience. She is a member of the Dominican Sisters of Hope, OP, Order of Preachers. Now, Sister never gets to the pulpit, well, not too often, but she does preach the gospel in her life with her gentleness, her kindness, with educating our children and with witnessing to the life of Christ in our parish. What else can I tell you about Sister Rosemarie? I can tell you that she does a mean jitterbug and she makes a wonderful cocktail. So, Sister Rosemarie, congratulations on 50 years of vowed religious life, of service to God and His church at Moltesanos. Many years of happiness.
Pope Francis has written that the religious sisters are like yeast because they are a prophetic symbol and witness of the gospel. And certainly Sister Rosemarie is a living example and certainly a living witness of Christ. She has been in our parish for 16 years, and in that time she has been the director of the Early Childhood Center. She's a kindergarten teacher, as well as an extraordinary minister of the Eucharist at Morristown Estates. I have known Sister Rosemarie for all of those 16 years. I certainly enjoy her company. She really, to me, is a friend, a woman of hope, and a woman of joy. I can remember when we first decided to do lauds in our parish. Sister was very used to that prayer form because she prays the divine office every day, but the rest of us weren't. And so she sat with me at Lord's until I was comfortable with a prayer, and she sat with the deacons and she worked us through it. And to this day, she still leads us in prayer at Lord's. And Sister Rosemarie is like that. She's courageous, she stepped forward, and she certainly is a faithful witness, consistent and dedicated to the ideals of Catholic education. She is a living witness of Catholic education. She models those ideals as she teaches. She loves to go to the PTA regional conferences, the fall conferences, and to me, she is that living light of Christ. Congratulations, Sister Rosemarie, on 50 years of Jubilee and religious life. Well deserved.
I've only been here a few months, but in those few months, it's really obvious to me not only how much she loves her work, but how dedicated she is to the work that she's doing. There is such a high level of enthusiasm and energy. I just wish some days that I had all of her energy, working with our youngest learners. All right, after spending some time with Sister Rose, I'm very impressed when I think about all of the students over 50 years that she must have worked with and had some impact on, and the number of parents that she worked with. And the thing that I find the most comforting is the way that faith comes into her daily interactions with her children. What a wonderful career, what a wonderful life, and she should be very proud, as we all should be proud, of her impact and her dedication and support to Our Lady of Good Counsel School and her career in education. So thank you, Sister, very much for all that you do.
Together for 16 years as great partners, and if I had to come up with a word to describe Sister Rosemarie, I would probably say dedicated. She's dedicated as a sister, and she's dedicated as a teacher. Those of us in the Early Childhood Center feel fortunate that she's in the Early Childhood Center with us as director and teacher. We feel that we really benefit from our faith activities with her there. She just adds an extra dimension to them. We celebrate more feast days than we used to before she was there. Today we just celebrated St. Francis Feast Day, and we never did that before Sister Rosemarie came. She also adds an extra dimension to our prayer services. For example, she adds the liturgical dancers that we have to our Easter prayer service, and she designed that and came up with that idea all herself. She practices with the dancers, and it really adds something special to the Easter prayer services. She also came up with the idea of adding a Bible skit to the Thanksgiving prayer service, which is very cute, and that was her idea too. So all of this goes to just make our faith experiences very special in the Early Childhood Center. Not only is she dedicated to her life as a sister, but she's also dedicated to her life as a teacher. She's been teaching for 47 years. You can just imagine all of the changes she has seen over the last 47 years. And her dedication is seen in that she's been willing to grow and learn with all these changes over that time. Probably one of the most amazing and dramatic changes that has happened in the classroom is the technology. And with technology, her and I have experienced a lot of those changes together. Many years ago, we went to a workshop together to learn how to do lesson plans together. And then after that, we had to learn how to do report cards on a program on the computer. And then we had to learn a second program, which she wasn't too happy about, but we did. And then more recently, and most amazingly, we've both embraced the idea of using iPads in the classroom. And that is currently a work in progress. All of this just goes to prove that Sister Rosemarie is a woman of dedication. And that is why she is celebrating her 50th year as a Dominican sister. And I want to wish her congratulations, Sister Rosemarie.
Well, it's been fun working with Sister for the past 14 years. She's a wonderful teacher. We've had a lot of laughs together, many about the children. One in particular is a story. Sister was stressing the importance when we're saying prayers to please fold your hands and pay attention, look at the crucifix. So we had one little boy who needed a tissue, and he had his hands folded, and he proceeded to move across the room with his hands folded, went down, got the tissue, put it up and blew his nose, but he kept those hands folded. So you can see the impact Sister has on the children. And one other thing, when the children are in Sister's class, I said, I'm sure when they leave, there will never be a chair left pulled out. That is #1 rule with Sister. Everybody pushes the chairs in. So, but we've had so many wonderful children, and I think Sister has had a special effect on them through her religion and her teachings. And I think we're very fortunate to have Sister here at Our Lady of Good Counsel.
Everything good in me is you. Everything I should be is you. All the unbridled glee streaming through. Everything good is you. All of this hope I have is you. Where I go and I'm sad is you. What you say is automatically true. Everything good is you.
The best thing I like about Sister is that she's always polite. The best thing about Sister that I like that she always helps us. The best thing about Sister is she's the best teacher. The best thing about Sister is because she's the best math teacher. Happy 50th anniversary, Sister Rosemarie.
Everything strong in me is you. All that belongs in me is you. With wisdom that is old, you make me new. Everything good is you. Everybody has to let it out, say what they really feel, what they can't conceal, why they need to kneel. Well, you are why, 'cause everything leaves me cold, but everything makes me old, but you, the only story I've been told that I know is true, is everything good.